The timing of these things, I swear. I literally hit record. I'm trying to get myself arranged, and in the meantime, the alarm went off for a position I have to put on. So, I had put this in the stream some time ago, but I'm going to go ahead and say it here because I had said it in videos. Wow, talk about dumb luck. Sometimes dumb luck will work in your favor, and when dumb, stupid, just sheer happenstance works out in your favor, just be thankful and move on, because it's usually not going to work out that way. Usually things work against you. It's just, at least it does in my world. But we had mentioned to everybody we had been long the queues. We were long the queues. We were long the queues. We were long the queues, right? And I mentioned in my stream, but I'm going to go ahead and say it here. We cashed out of that. Not because of any skill, not because of what the program itself said we had to be doing. The program itself said we had to be long the queues, right? But here's the thing, and I'm talking about Sharpe Trade LLC, our private stuff, right? But I let Sharpe Report clients know this as I was walking through it. Any one of them will tell you. More capital is coming in, right? That we're trading, and I'm talking again Sharpe Trade LLC ourselves, and so I had to rebalance the entire program, right? So in other words, more cash is coming in, more cash is coming in. You want to put it to work, okay? Then take everything to cash. And then put that's just for you folks that are new, that's just what we mean when we say rebalance, all right? You've got like a ton more cash sitting there that you have to put in work in the program. We'll just take the whole thing to cash and then put the program on again, which is what I was in the middle of doing right when the queue sold off. That's not skill. That's not how great Dan is. That's not, wow, look at me. Dumb, stupid luck. That's all it was, dumb, stupid luck. So the program usually performs very well, but I got something like a 2% advantage. And then the alarm just went off. I've got to put it back on as soon as I'm done with this. So we are having a great year. This is just a reminder for everybody. The Sharpe Report is now down to $15 a month. That's not just the month of July. That's from now on. From now on, the Sharpe Report is $15 a month. So we show 3-ish processes that we run. The trading course has a lot more strategies, although we're running a promotion on that this month as well. So you get a break on the trading, the short-term trading course. That's live. It's running. We're not sure. It might be one of the last promotions we run because we're self-sufficient as a company. This is just to help folks out, right? And then the Sharpe Report, we take 3 of those strategies we mention in the short-term trading course without describing them, right? We don't describe them because that's what the course is for. But we demonstrate it live in real time. So that's $15 a month now. It's all live. So feel free, welcome aboard for all those new folks coming on board and new folks with the short-term trading course. We welcome you. Any questions? Don't forget you can ask us at info@sharpetrade.com. For you folks that are on the private Sharpe Trade forums, ask some questions. Bill had some really good questions earlier in regards to that program that's supposed to be long the queues. So if you are on the forums, check out Bill's question. It was a good question on the daily thread today. That's it, right? I've been insanely busy lately. I'm just now getting caught up to sort of like the normal busy because I was like insanely busy, and now I'm back down to just the normal insanity of the battle rhythm. And I've got tons of stuff, other business I've got going on that I got to take care of, so I'm going to get running. Oh, by the way, lest we forget, you know, when we got married, the minister who performed my wife and my ceremony said, never look at your mate and say, I told you so. And I've always tried to remember that. That's good counsel because you're a team. You're working together, right? So I've always tried to remember, never look at my wife and say, I told you so. And she tries to remember to do that. We're not perfect, but we try to do that. I never told you suckers that. Never told you suckers I wouldn't say I told you so. But anyways, I guess I just heard that one of these cryptocurrency websites got hacked. What was I just saying on that topic? What was I just saying? Listen, it's all about the risk profile. Somebody could get involved and make $12 million out of it. Because a lot of people I've been noticing have loved to play this coulda, woulda, shoulda deal. Wow, if I would have gotten involved in Bitcoin back then, I'd be so much a millionaire. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No, Dan, look at Bitcoin then and look at Bitcoin now. You're not looking at the risk factors. And if you're new to that whole scene, what you're forgetting is that many people had their Bitcoin stolen right out from under them. Why? Because there's no counterparty risk mitigation whatsoever. They just outright stole it. And so you're out. So yeah, you got involved nice and early, and then it was gone. I was just saying that in the most recent entry we had on Bitcoin. And I guess one of these new cryptocurrencies came along, and yeah, the website that was it got stolen as well. Counterparty risk. Counterparty risk. It's amazing to me because it's almost like, well, we're going to have cryptocurrencies, digital currencies. We already have digital currencies. It's called the US dollar. The US dollar is a digital currency. But it's like they're rediscovering the problems that existed with money 300 years ago, 500 years ago. Those are the problems that existed with money 500 years ago. Those are the problems that existed with trading 500 years ago. That's why we have things like an actual exchange. Not a website that calls itself an exchange, an actual exchange. That's why the exchange has a clearinghouse. They'll always make sure that for every seller there's a buyer, and for every buyer there's a seller. And I'm not just talking about the trades, I'm talking about on the actual, like in a clearing firm for commodity futures. You know, people do take delivery of that stuff. So hedgers and whatnot, they do take delivery. And when you get past the first notice day, and you've got the folks there that are going to be taking delivery on commodities or delivering commodities, it's the clearing firm's responsibility to make sure there's a buyer for every seller and a seller for every buyer. And there's a little dance that goes on there at the end of each contract. That's counterparty risk mitigation. There's an institution set up. That's their freaking job. There's none of that with this cryptocurrency stuff. It's on a website that's trying to use financial terms. That's something I've noticed lately, right? It's a website. The one with Bitcoin was Mt. Gox. Lest we forget, the full name of that was Magic the Online Gathering for some card game. And it went around calling itself, we're an exchange. We're an exchange. No, you're not. You're a website calling yourself an exchange. So, and it's just funny because now they're like, well, we're going to come up with something for counterparty risk mitigation. You know, I swear, it's the problems of money 500 years ago, and it's like they're reinventing the solutions that the rest of us already have. This is why I said all these cryptocurrencies solve problems that I don't have. Because I'm just using the digital currency we already have, called the US dollar, and when I make trades, I make sure my trades are on regulated exchanges where there's a clearing firm. And the trades are properly cleared. That doesn't eliminate all risk. It doesn't, but by God, it mitigates it. And that's what we always say. The name of the game is risk mitigation. It's not about eliminating the risk. You can't eliminate the risk. Just ask the victims of John Corzine about that. But you can't eliminate the risk. But you can at least mitigate it. Okay? So, anyways. Yeah, I just saw that, I guess, one of these other cryptocurrencies, I just saw the headline blurb somewhere. But I guess one of these other cryptocurrencies got, a bunch of people had their cryptocurrency stolen from them because, as I said in the last entry, no counterparty risk mitigation. That's what happens. Oh, now they're going to invent counterparty risk mitigation. More power to you. And I hope you make a lot of money. Of course, I've already got counterparty risk mitigation, so I'm just going to sit here and drink my coffee. And I'm going to go back to instituting that trade. And, yeah. And that's all it's been, right? Don't forget, Sharpe Report now. It's just 15 bucks. People play that much to play those online games each month. 15 bucks. You can watch 3 processes of a professional trader. And it's live. And it's on real accounts. Every once in a while, we send out broker statements. So compare that broker statement to this broker statement. Right? Anyways, you all know the drill. That has been what it's always been. For now. Just our thoughts, not yours. For whatever the heck day it is, as always, stay safe, trade well, and remember that love doesn't cost a dime.